Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Dependent Fanatic channel. I know we are about 3 days away from college football and about 10 days away from Michigan football versus Colorado State, but I wanted to go over the basketball preview. We're about 100 days away from that. That's coming up pretty soon as well. So, you know, I will keep doing football content as always, but I just wanted to carve out this time for the basketball program. I'm going to start with the Michigan basketball coaching staff, and then I will break down the roster. So here we go. Michigan was 19-15 last season. They made their fifth straight Sweet 16. Which I think over the last decade they are tied with Gonzaga for the most tournament wins. That record may be in danger though this season. We'll see. I'm a firm believer in the coaching staff, but the makeup of the team, where are the shooters? Who will be the assassins? The shooters. We've been lacking that for the last couple of years. The one and dones are gone. Caleb Houston and Moussa Diabate have moved on to the NBA. And I think all of the Beeline era players are now moved on. This is Juwan Howard's team. So we'll see how they do. And speaking of Juwan Howard, he is the head coach, a member of the Fab Five, an alum. He was hired in 2019. He has a record of 61-32 here at Michigan. And just a note, he's the first person ever to be a one seed as a player and as a coach. That's pretty neat. His associate head coach is Phil Martelli. Hired him in. He had 42 years of experience when he hired him in. Now he has 45. So great hire. With any new coach, you need to surround yourself with people who know the game you're in. So assistant coach Sadie Washington has been here since 2017 and had 26.2 wins per season over that time. He's part of that 5 straight Sweet 16s. So he is valuable. Howard Isley, assistant coach, was hired in with Juwan Howard, and he has the 61-32 record here at Michigan. And your director of basketball operations is Chris Hunter, who was hired here way back in 2014. He's another bridge from the Beeline era, which was one of the best eras in Michigan basketball. I'm not gonna hold that back. I loved John Beeline. I wish he never would have tried to go to Cleveland, but I think he got sick of he got 3 stars that went pro after 2 years, because he was such a great coach. But and now we have Juwan going after one and dones. This is not. When has that worked out for Duke recently? Or anybody? Was it Kentucky back in 2009 where they had some one and dones that won the national championship? So, and it was back when Juwan Howard played Coach K in Duke and lost, and Coach K said, "No freshman will ever win." And then he had to go the route of the one and done. I just don't think you have to do that. Look at who has won recently. Kansas. Kansas had seniors and multiple experienced players. Baylor the year before that. Your Director of Player Personnel and Development is Jay Smith, and he was hired in 2020, I believe. Not much I could find on him except that he coached at CMU and got them to the second round of the NCAA tournament. So to do that, you got to be pretty good. Um, John Sanderson, of course, the GOAT. He is the head strength and conditioning coach here at Michigan, and he also does both golf teams and other Olympic sports here at Michigan. He's had 8 NCAA tournament bids for the basketball team and 2 national runner-ups during that time. Uh, Takes them 3 stars and turns them into pros, as I said before. And then you have your associate athletic trainer, who is Chris Williams. He was hired just before this season, so this is his first year here. Previously at the Minnesota Timberwolves, and he was at Texas Tech, Florida State, Kent State, and the New England Patriots football team, believe it or not. So, it must be he's pretty good. And then your video analyst is Jerron Simmons, hired in 2019 with Juwan Howard, by Juwan Howard. Previously a graduate manager at Michigan, and the new graduate manager is Colin Anschwitz, hired this year. I couldn't find anything on him to note. So, but he's just a graduate assistant. So, I like this coaching staff. Maybe they can whip things into shape for these players. And we're going to go to the player portion here for the Michigan basketball preview. I'm going to give you the position, name, year, height, weight, notes. And shooting is going to be a thing in the personnel, like I said. But we start with Hunter Dickinson, Old Faithful. He's a junior this year. 7'1", 260. He averaged 18.6 points per game last season, which was 5th in the Big Ten. He's back. Terrace Reed will back him up at center. He's a freshman, 6'10", 260 pounds. Power forward, I think Terrence Williams II is the best for that position. Junior, 6'7", 225 pounds. 4.7 points per game is all, though, but that was good enough for 83rd in the Big Ten. Will Shetter, sophomore, 6'8", 240 pounds. I believe he redshirted. I don't remember seeing him on the court last season at all. And then you have Yusuf Kayat, freshman, 6'9", 195. I've heard a lot of great things about him. Hopefully he can live up to the hype. They say his body is ready for Big Ten play, so we'll see. Greg Glenn III, freshman, 6'7", 230. And Jackson Selvala, I don't think I've ever seen him on the court. He's a senior, but maybe, he's that perfect scout guy in practice that the team, the number 1s and 2s go up against. 6'7", 215 pounds. At small forward, I think it's got to be Jace Howard Jr., 6'7", 225 pounds. And this is where hopefully all these guys have practiced shooting. That's what I loved about Beilein. He always had that drill in practice at the end where he had to make so many threes in 5 minutes. And he adjusted it every week. You got to practice that. Isaiah Barnes, sophomore, 6'7", 200 pounds. Jet Howard, freshman, 6'8", 215 pounds. I hear he's a good shooter. Joey Baker, senior, 6'7", 205 pounds. And Ian Burns, sophomore, 6'6", 205 pounds. And you only have so many people on the roster. We got a lot of bigger guys. Not too many guards. The only shooting guard I could come up with is Kobe Buffkin, a true shooting guard, 6'4", 195 pounds. And he averaged 3 points per game last season, which was 102nd in the Big Ten. We have the transfer from Princeton, senior, the graduate transfer, 6'2", 190, 15.7 points per game. That was 173rd nationally, but it was at Princeton. We'll see what he can do. At point guard, Cooper Smith, sophomore, 6'1", 175 pounds. And then you have Doug McDaniel, freshman, 5'11", 160 pounds. So a lot of unproven pieces, but some veteran pieces remaining, and a good coaching staff. I doubt that we can go 19-15 again and make the NCAA tournament. So let's improve on this if we can, but I don't know. The Big Ten's always a gauntlet, and Michigan's always holding them up in the postseason. I think yet again we made it the farthest in the tournament. The Big Ten has to start doing better in the tournament for a 19-15 Big Ten team to keep making it. Getting 9, 11 teams into the tournament from one conference is, perception is everything, and at one point we got to get it done. So there you guys have it, Michigan basketball preview. Remember to like the video and share with your friends out on social media. Subscribe, which means just clicking that red button. It's free. And we'll see you pretty soon for the next video. And remember all to have a great day. Thanks.